What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Ox here with another video. If you're new to the channel, we do upload Pokemon Go content mostly related to PvP, so please consider subscribing to the channel if that is of interest to you. And if you're a returning subscriber like Pubert123, thank you for the support. In today's video, we are diving into the Ultra Premier Cup for the first time this season, and we are shoutcasting some battles submitted to me by a subscriber to the channel, JoxSMX. For this video, he is using a team consisting of a Togekiss lead with Alolan Muk and Shadow Machamp in the back. Now this Alolan Muk Machamp core does seem to be quite popular in Ultra Premier Cup, so we're going to take a look at how that performs today in this video. And the Togekiss lead seems to be something where it either wins very hard or loses very hard, so depending on whether or not you win the lead and maintain alignment later in the match seems to be very important for this particular team comp. If you guys would like to submit your battles for shoutcast on the channel, I'll probably be doing 3 more for Ultra League this season. There is a link below if you'd like to submit your own battles. So I'm very excited to take a look at these battles. I believe he did go 13-2 in 3 sets with this team, and I've decided to include a large portion of those battles here just for the sake of time. Did remove a couple, but still have some of the best battles included for this video. If you guys enjoy this type of content, please smash that like button. It really helps the channel grow. And without any further ado, let's jump into the first battle right now. Alright, so let's jump into the first matchup here, going up against Daikin Man in match number 1. Going to be leading Togekiss here, and he's met by an opposing Togekiss, so this is the mirror match. And usually the winner of this match is the one who's able to sneak in the extra fast move. So let's see how this plays out. You can see he gets the extra charm in right there. So that means he's going to win this after shielding up this ancient power. As long as there's no boost, there isn't. And now he's able to farm down. So there's really no point to throw the energy at the Togekiss there because there's no way it's going to shield. And because it's not going to shield, better to save that energy for the Snorlax there. And now he brings in the Machamp. Opponent's going to switch out into Escavalier, so he's going to bring in Alolan Muk. Alolan Muk isn't the best counter for Escavalier, of course, so this matchup isn't too great. Drill runs are going to be doing super effective damage, but he is going to do some chip damage here with the Dark Pulse. And then I believe the play is basically to farm down the Escavalier. So he has to get off one more drill run since the opponent isn't throwing energy here. And once he gets this damage through, the opponent's going to farm down with counter. Now he's going to have to use a shield on this drill run. And his play here is to farm this down. And then he's going to have to probably farm down the Snorlax in order to have 2 cross chops ready here. Because the opponent did switch out. So Body Slam isn't going to KO. He has to farm this down completely. He can't throw energy because he needs 2 cross chops ready. He has a slither of health left. The opponent doesn't get the extra counter in there, so he's going to throw this cross chop. This will get the shield. Can he get to the second cross chop here? He does. This is going to win the game. So very well played there, understanding the win condition and playing it to perfection. So let's move into the next matchup. Roberto OGS here. Match number 2. Togekiss into Machamp. So a very positive lead for Togekiss. Opponent's going to switch out immediately. Bring in their own Togekiss, going to be met by the Alolan Muk. Now this is a pretty interesting matchup because of course Sludge Wave is going to pretty much knock out the Togekiss, but if Togekiss wants these 2 shields, it can actually take back Switch because Charm is so oppressive. So it's a pretty risky play here, to be honest. So the opponent does let the Sludge Wave go through, knocks out the Togekiss, so they don't look to take Switch. Going to bring back in Machamp. Machamp may consider to look farming down here completely, maybe get to 2 rock slides. Sludge Wave comes through. I think it's a good idea not to shield there as the Machamp because Togekiss is going to come in anyways, right? So you just want to have a bunch of energy stored. Gonna throw the move here. Togekiss is going to let this go through, calls the rock slide, does not KO. Can he get to a second? No, he cannot. Looked like the opponent might have lagged a little bit there. Escavalier in the back with 2 shields going up against this Machamp. This isn't the easiest matchup for Machamp, but again, Drill Run isn't the quickest move to get to, so I think Jove will be okay here. Gonna shield up this Aerial Ace. And I guess in Premier you do run Aerial Ace as well, so that's probably the better move to throw anyways, but I think they're the same cost and energy. So Cross Chop comes through, gets the shield. Opponent is going to get to an Aerial Ace, so this is going to knock out the Machamp. Gonna be up to Togekiss to come in against this Energy Dry Escavalier, and even though those charms are being resisted, still enough to knock out the Escavalier. So Togekiss into Escavalier here. A lot of Escavalier we're seeing so far. So this is another very positive matchup. Opponent switches out into Slowbro. Slowbro is quite the spice here. Going to bring a Alolan Muk. That's a very good counter here for the Slowbro. Don't think any of these moves are going to threaten Muk much. Ice Beam, Psychic. Don't even know what else. I think Water Pulse. So he looks like he undercharges that Dark Pulse, looking to farm down, but he might have undercharged a bit too much because I believe Slowbro is going to get to another move now. So yeah, he does throw this. Probably got a little bit worried that the Slowbro would get to another move, so he lets that go. Escavalier comes in, and he's going to throw this Dark Pulse here. So this is going to do some nice chip damage. Escavalier for sure is going to look to farm down here, I believe. Actually, I don't think it's going to be able to. He's going to get to another Dark Pulse here. Wow. So this is not good for Escavalier. Wow, it doesn't shield. Saving 2 shields for Crustle in the back. And this is game over. Machamp against the Machamp with 2 shields as well. Yeah, this is GG's. Now, had he not had Machamp, maybe 2 flyers, this could have been playable, but there's no way that Crustle is going to like going up against this Machamp, especially the Shadow variant. This is going to go absolutely bonkers on this Crustle. And you can see Shadow Machamp is actually pretty insane. It's just so oppressive. It does not care what it's going up against. So it's going to shield this up. Now the bug typing, of course, is helping out Crustle in this situation, but it's a Shadow Machamp. You know, you can't really do anything. So it takes that game. Geo 1991 here in the next matchup. Togekiss into Charizard. So this isn't a great lead for Togekiss. I'm expecting this Charizard to have Fire Spin. Oh no, it's Dragon Breath. Okay, so that actually was a good lead, but he switched out a bit too early. I think in Premier Cup it makes a lot more sense to be running Fire Spin anyways, so I could understand why he switched out there. Opponent definitely caught a break though, so he's going to throw the Dark Pulse here at this Charizard. And Charizard's going to let that go through. Going to get to another Dark Pulse, so at this point I would expect the shield to come out from the Charizard. It does. And looks like this Charizard is going to throw the Dragon Claw here. It's going to get a shield from the Muk. And I believe Muk should get to one more Dark Pulse here. It is going to. So this will probably get the shield and then the farm down from the Charizard is what I'm expecting. Yeah. And he probably has enough for Blast Burn here. So Togekiss does come in. Gonna let this go through. Probably could take the Blast Burn anyways. Yep. And gonna farm down the Charizard. So it does have a shield advantage. Venusaur comes in. Machamp. Okay, no shields though for the Venusaur. So pretty good matchup for Machamp here. Frenzy Plant comes through. Opponent switches on to Tangrowth. And he's going to throw back-to-back Cross Chops here. Or will he look to throw a Rock Slide after this? Probably just going to go straight Cross Chop. Yep. So this Cross Chop is going to just about KO the Tangrowth here. Yeah, one counter short. And Venusaur comes back in. And it looks like he's building up for the Rock Slide here. And this is going to do a lot of damage coming from a Shadow. So it doesn't KO, but yeah, this Venusaur is pretty much done for. This is going to knock out the Machamp, of course. But there's no way that this Venusaur is going to be able to get to another move. And it's going to have to be a Sludge Bomb. So they do lose this game. GG's there. Pain Grimes here in the next matchup. Togekiss into Dragonite. So a very positive lead here. You can see this team kind of is dependent on winning the lead and sort of aligning after. Because Machamp seems to be countering everything that comes in as a switch for Togekiss. And looks like he's going to throw the Cross Chop here before the opponent gets off another Weather Ball. And the opponent actually chooses to shield, so they want to get off this Weather Ball here, of course. There's going to be a shield from the Machamp here, and at this point you just farm down. Have a move ready for the Dragonite I expect to come back in. Can you get to Rock Slide? No, it's a Toxicroak. Okay, so going to throw the Cross Chop here. Opponent is going to look to get an energy lead here, I believe, so that they can threaten the Togekiss with the Sludge Bomb. And he switched on to Muk, looking to catch that move. And the opponent switched on to Dragonite here, so they're saving their energy on the Togekiss, which makes sense. They want to have the Sludge Bomb threat for the Togekiss. So Dragonite comes in here. And unfortunately for this Dragonite, this Muk is going to get to another move, so this isn't too optimal here. Dragonite's going to have to shield. Oh, it does not shield. So actually, I see the player, Toxicroak, going to look to farm down, but it's not going to work. This is GG's. There's no way that this Toxicroak's going to be able to get to another 2 moves here against this Togekiss before it gets charmed down. So even if this is a Mud Bomb bait, they're not going to get to a Sludge Bomb after anyways. So GG's, very well played, and they end up losing with the shield there. So Alana NG here in the next matchup, Togekiss into Toxicroak. Another very good lead here. Opponent switched out into Abomasnow. And you can see this seems to be the pattern here with a Toxicroak, Dragonite, something that loses to Togekiss, and then this Abomasnow safe swap. Machamp comes in and has such a dominant matchup here against the Abomasnow. Going to throw this Cross Chop. It's going to knock out the Abomasnow, and Toxicroak comes back in. I would expect Toxicroak to look to farm down. Unfortunately for the opponent, the Rock Slide's going to come through. It is going to be resisted, so no point to shield. And they farm down completely now. The Togekiss comes back in. This could be a Sludge Bomb, definitely would shield this up here. It is a Mud Bomb bait, and they're probably going to switch out. Yes, they are, into Ampharos. So here comes Muk. They actually have 2 pretty good counters. Or actually, no, they did have 2 good counters for Togekiss, but unfortunately for them, it was in the lead. So Muk going to throw Dark Pulse here. Ampharos is going to throw the... I'd expect this to be a Thunder Punch at this point. Oh, it's a Focus Blast. My goodness. So unfortunately for the Ampharos, this Dark Pulse is going to come through again. Will this get the shield? It does. I don't think they could probably farm down Volt Switch. It's going to be very close. No, they're going to throw the energy here. Did not want to risk it. It's going to be very close. I think the Muk would have got to the Dark Pulse there. And now this Togekiss actually is going to have to shield it. So let's see if this Toxicroak has a Sludge Bomb ready here, because this is actually going to be very close. Togekiss is forced to throw energy here in fear of getting hit by another Thunder Punch. This is going to be very close. Toxicroak comes in. It does not have the move ready. It's going to lose down to the Charm damage. Angel Hunter in the next matchup. Some very good battles so far here. Togekiss into Escavalier. You could see that Togekiss is pretty dominant on this particular day of Ultra Premier. It's winning a lot of leads, and you know that's part of success in Go Battle League, finding what's trending and countering it. So this was a day for Togekiss to absolutely feast on the opposition. Aerial Ace comes through here. Opponent is actually staying in this matchup, so it really isn't any threat here. I guess Acid Spray is the most dangerous move, but this Escavalier is not running that, so, and even Acid Spray is not going to KO, of course. So it gets farmed down. Lapras comes in, and Lapras is going to farm down completely. Now Machamp will come in. Opponent will likely switch out. Maybe they'll throw a Surf here. They will. Machamp is going to shield this, and I would expect the opponent to switch out immediately after throwing this. They do. Into Dragonite. Dragonite versus Muk with 2 shields. This is actually a pretty decent situation to be in for the opponent here. So let's see if they could play this out. Muk gonna throw the Dark Pulse here. Opponent is going to throw, I'd expect it to be a Dragon Claw. Oh my goodness, it's a Hurricane. Wow. So the opponent is in such a great position now. Machamp is gonna go for the Rock Slide here. Not going for the baits, just straight Rock Slide. Gets the shield from the Dragonite. And Dragonite's gonna throw the Dragon Claw here. Have to shield this up. I think the opponent's switch time might be up, so they may look to switch out here into Lapras. They do. He's gonna throw here, and unfortunately for Joe, he's not gonna be able to get to another move, it looks like here. Wow, that doesn't even KO the Lapras. What a tanky monster. So very well played by the opponent there. GG's. Cream Copper here in the next matchup. Togekiss into Drifblim. This seems pretty neutral. I guess the only way Togekiss could win this is by using 2 shields and farming down with Charm. I don't think there's any other way, but let's see how this plays. Because Icy Wind is super effective. So I'm going to throw the Aerial Ace here. Drifblim does shield. But he's going to let it go. Okay, so he's going to take the shield advantage and give up switch here. So that's cool. Bring in the Muk. Opponent switches out into Bouffalant. Oh my goodness, that is some spice right there. Shadow Machamp going to come in and love this. So this is going to knock out the... Oh, it's not going to knock out just about... So, oh, the Bouffalant going to get off a move here, actually. Okay, it's going to let this go through. Stop. Could totally understand him letting that go through there. So Drifblim gonna come back in. Obviously these counters aren't doing anything to Drifblim, so Shield's gonna come up here. He is going to look to throw the Rock Slide, or is he gonna look to bait? He's gonna throw the Rock Slide. No baiting here. Haven't seen a single bait, I think, up until this point. So Rock Slide comes through. Escavalier comes in. Gonna switch out, reset that debuff. Throw the Dark Pulse here at the Escavalier. This is going to be a pretty interesting matchup here. I think he has this in the bag, to be honest. I think he's played this really well here. Shield up this drill run, should get to another Dark Pulse, which will get the shield from this Escavalier. Oh. Got a little bit greedy there. Wow, he survived the drill run. Oh my goodness, what a break there. Looked like he got a little bit greedy with the Dark Pulse and the farming. Fortunately for him, he did survive that, because if he did not, he would have ended up losing this game. So maybe he knew he'd survive that drill run and wanted to, get us a little bit worried, but very well played. Powerful Luch here in the next matchup. Going to win Togekiss into Gengar. Okay, this is a pretty interesting matchup. Of course, Gengar with Sludge Bomb would be a threat, and I'd assume that a lot of them are running Sludge Bomb, especially in the lead here. So it's going to switch out into Muk. Opponent's going to throw a Shadow Ball. Oh, so I like what he did there. He actually switched out to catch the charge move onto the Muk. So that's a very, very good play here. Muk's going to be throwing the Sludge Wave now at the Dragonite. and that goes through. Wow, so he's probably gonna farm down now with Snarl. I really like that play though. Basically, he timed it so that he switched into the Muk to catch the move from the Gengar, preserve the health and energy on the Togekiss, and of course Muk's not going to be taking any damage from Gengar, so that was very well played. Empoleon comes in here, he's going to throw the Dark Pulse, and that gets the shield from the Empoleon. Empoleon should look to farm down here with Waterfall. It does. Going to bring in Machamp here. Hydro Cannon is going to hurt for sure. Actually Drill Peck as well, so definitely going to shield this up. And the opponent switches back out into Gengar. Gonna bring in the Togekiss here. Can it get to the Sludge Bomb? Doesn't look like it. Gonna throw this Aerial Ace. Does it even have Sludge Bomb? That's another question. Don't remember what it threw at the Muk. I think it was Shadow Ball. Let's see what he throws here. It is Shadow Ball. It's gonna knock out the Togekiss. Gonna come in with Machamp. Throw this Cross Chop. Gonna be resisted, but is it enough to knock out the Glassy Gengar? It is enough. Empoleon comes back in. Can he beat it to the move? Gets to the Cross Chop before it can reach the Drill Peck or Hydro Cannon. Going to knock out the Empoleon here. Very well played. Exciting game there. Let's move into the next match against Blood Raven. 42-01. So we're going to be seeing Togekiss lead here into a Toxicroak. Again, a very positive lead for Togekiss here. Opponent switches out into Lapras, so he's going to bring in the Shadow Machamp. You can see here, Machamp seems to always do so well against everything that comes in to counter Togekiss. It's like an amazing protection for Togekiss here. So I'm going to throw the Cross Chop at this Lapras. Not really expecting a shield here. Unless they're at the Surf. Oh, wow. Oh, gets back-to-back Cross Chops here. That is not good for Lapras. Double shield. Oh my goodness. Do you shield this and farm down? I don't even know if Lapras could win this with Ice Shard. What is the Lapras doing? Oof. That was a very questionable play by the opponent there. I think what the opponent was thinking was that they could probably win Switch there by shielding twice because they really wanted to avoid this particular matchup here. But unfortunately for them, that was not the case here. Togekiss going to shield up the Sludge Bomb here and look to farm down. Is this another Sludge Bomb? I don't think it's going to be Sludge Bomb here, probably Mud Bomb. It is Sludge Bomb. Oh my goodness, gets rid of the Togekiss. Muk comes in, farms down, and it's a Gengar in the back. So definitely did not want to see Dark Pulse there. So the opponent just backs out. McBurber here in the next matchup. This is the final matchup of the video. Another Gengar lead. These are always exciting to watch here. I'd like to see how they play these out. Is he going to switch into Muk again? He is, but this time he's a little bit short. And it is a Sludge Bomb, so that would have been a great catch there, but unfortunately for me, didn't time it well. So Aerial Ace comes here. Gengar might shield this, to be honest. Look to land another one. He might try to catch on the Muk. That time it wasn't timed as well. So the Empoleon comes in here to counter the Alolan Muk. I'm going to throw the Dark Pulse here. And that Gengar still has a bit of energy, so this is a pretty tricky matchup here. Hydro Cannon comes through, should get off another Dark Pulse here. Will the Empoleon look to shield this up? I believe we will see a shield here from the Empoleon. We do. But I don't think they could farm down, so they're going to have to throw. Yeah. Wow, very well timed by the opponent there to throw. For a second I thought they weren't going to throw, and they were going to throw this match, but they did throw the Hydro Cannon there. Chooses not to shield that. Machamp comes in, going to look to farm down here. He's clicking the Togekiss. You can see he wants to catch this move onto Togekiss. Very well played. Very well played. Catching the Shadow Punch here onto the Togekiss. Keeping that Machamp alive. Drifblim comes in. Oh, this is tricky. These charms are doing a lot of damage, you can see. That is pretty insane. He's going to get off the Aerial Ace too here. This Drifblim definitely was at the Icy Wind, but there is a shield, so he does farm out. Wow, there's a lot going on here. If this is Shadow Ball, okay, he's not going to call. He's calling the bait. He calls the bait on the Icy Wind. Oh my goodness, and it's going to get another Icy Wind off. He doesn't shield again. Icy Wind doesn't KO. Is he going to get to Rock Slide? Oh my goodness. Rock Slide is going to KO. That was so ballsy, not shielding either move there. Shadow Ball would have KO'd. Shadow Ball would have KO'd, but that was probably his win condition there, because if they hit the Icy Wind, got the shield, maybe they could have got the Shadow Ball after and KO'd the Machamp. Very well played. Very well played by Jove. So those are some very exciting battles. Thank you so much for submitting them. The team performs pretty well. You can see the Togekiss lead does seem a little bit dependent on winning the lead for the most part, but when you do, very, very hard to come back from a lost lead in Ultra Premier, it seems, especially with that team comp in the back line. If you guys enjoyed this video, please consider leaving a like, commenting, subscribing to the channel. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.